Have lived in the city in the past?
Excuse me one
Yes.
second.
Okay. How many of you have lived in the city in the past? And you got excited by the lights and all the things to do in the city and all the people to interact with and socialize with and parties to go to? Those were all drawing us at one point. I made it 2 years in the city during university, and that was all I could handle of the city. But at some point, we began to leave the bars and the social life and maybe go to the coffee houses or the tea houses. And then we began drawn to go out in the woods and walk in the forest, or maybe come to the desert, where sages and mystics have come for centuries to get away from the hubbub and to come and listen to that voice within that says, come away, come away, come to where there is peace and harmony, come away to find your real self. And so we come and we listen and we look within. We begin to find that reconnection happening with seeing through the Maya, the illusion that is out there, that is so distracting and so tempting to just take you in and allow you to lose yourself. But we who are here today have chosen to find ourselves and to find that we are one with that divine presence, that I am presence. The Essenes call themselves the children of light. And they and the Gnostics taught that the world is an inferior copy made by an ego-driven demiurge that trapped us all in this fake reality. And so we're all on a hamster wheel of life and of birth and life and rebirth and rebirth and rebirth. And there's some of you beginning to wake up now and say, wait a minute, I don't think that's reality at all. I think there's more to life, more to being, more to oneness than that hamster wheel. So some of you may choose to go to the yoga classes that happen here. There's meditation with that. And to begin to go within and to find what is truth and what is not. Now, in the Bible, we were taught that Yahweh, Yahweh, Jehovah, Jove, Zeus, that all those are the creator. They are not. We're taught in the Bible to fear God. What? Excuse me? I don't think so. And those forms of fake gods rule by fear and punishment. Yahweh in the Bible sacrifices for blood, takes pride in killing people, killed 70,000 of King David's troops overnight, sent snakes and stones to the people wandering in the desert when they cried out, we're hungry. Is that a loving God? That's not the God I know. That's the thing that I left behind. That's what Jesus left behind when Satan took him up on top of the mountain and said, you see all this out here? All you have to do is bow down and worship me, and you can have all of that. And Jesus said, get thee behind me. Good job. Good job. So he is not that I am. He's the egotistical, inferior maniac, an interloper. Jesus saw what that was. We are beginning to see what that is. We are beginning to understand that whatever the Creator is, I am in human form. I am that I am. The Pleiadians saw what had happened on earth, that human souls had been trapped here in this third dimensional reality that was not real, had been trapped here and couldn't find their way out back to that God essence. And so the Essenes must have been one with the Pleiadians, because as I was shown in 1994 in a song driving up the grade, that we have come here. The Pleiadians, the Cherokee, the Lakota, and many other tribes around the world remember that they are from the Pleiades, that they came here, whether they remember it's from the Pleiades, but that they came here to bring the light, to illuminate this place that had fallen into darkness, and to bring people back to their true essence of I am one with what I am. There's a song from students of Baba Haridas that I learned in 1980. It's not anywhere on the internet. Someone was telling me I should record it and put it there. Let me not tarry in the world or seek the pleasures of the senses. It is only vanity, and it will never bring me home. It is only with a still mind and a heart free from desire that I'm grazed to know your presence. There's a longing in my heart. There's a longing in my heart. When I was first touched by Spirit consciously at the month before I was 9, I had insisted that day that we go to church that night. Well, if it was raining, we didn't normally go out on Sunday nights. But my mother said I was very insistent. And when the minister called to come up and be saved, I went up, an 8-year-old child, and he asked, do you know what you're doing? Probably more than you do. Except that I couldn't say anything. I was so far into Spirit, all I could do was have tears streaming down my face, feeling that I am presence, knowing that I was one with something so much higher than what he was teaching of fear and punishment. And at 15, I left the Baptist church because the hellfire and damnation that was being preached was not what I knew walking out in nature, walking in the fields, walking in the meadows, walking in the forest, walking down by the pond. There was a presence there that became one with me, that becomes one with all of us when we seek it, when we go into meditation, when we go into prayer, when we go into the silence. The silence is where we find it. Jesus taught that Moses said what Yahweh had said. You better obey me or I'm going to punish you. But Jesus said, I and my Father are one. Not one physically, one in spirit. One in knowing that I am one with that divine essence. And he taught to his disciples, these miracles that you see me doing, you can do this. You can do this and more if you only believe. Believe in what? I am, that I am. And when you believe that you can accomplish, you can do, and there is no doubt there, you become truly one with that I am essence. Believe and know that I am God. I am God in human form. Dingley May, creator of the science of mental physics, was one right there with Ernest Holmes of religious science, was one with Yogananda of self-realization, was one with Hamid Bey of Coptic Christianity that came out of Ethiopia. These were all early forms of what was truly taught before the Christian religion was bastardized and turned into something that it was not, a worship of artificial gods. Jesus never came here to bring a religion. Jesus came here to destroy the illusion of false religions. He came here to teach that we are each the master of our own destiny. Non-human entities like these demigods feed off of fear and hatred, off of division, off of anxiety, off of suffering and confusion and death, and they are still at work today in this world. Look around and see all this. and realize that this is distinctly not what you are, or you are, or you are, or I am. Because they are trying to hide the memory of that I am. Of that I am. Jehovah, Yahweh, talk. I am that I am. Excuse me. No, you're not. No, you're not. When you raise your vibration with love and compassion and unity, you starve those negative forces. So, for most of us here living in this third dimensional reality, we need to be repeating this fairly regularly to drive it home, because our subconscious mind believes that we know what we're talking about. And when it hears that little negative voice inside, it believes it. So it's up to us to reinforce the positive, reinforce the reconnection. I am that I am. Most of what I worked on with my talk, Michael said last night when I was fixing the barbecue beans from scratch and making the barbecue sauce from scratch, he said, I would have wanted to be there going over my talk. And I said, I don't need to. I've been there going over my talk in the dream time for the last week. And this little bookmark that you have that I handed out that we're going to sing in a little bit, that came to me in the dream time. I got up and polished it the next morning, but it came in the dream time. So much of my work is done in the dream time, because that's where I know reality. That's where I know the reconnection. That's where I know that truly I am that I am. And not all the stuff that the world is showing me out there. And you are the same, I know, because you've chosen to be a part of this community. You've chosen a higher vibration. So when we redirect our energy inward and upward, we create a new reality, a realignment with that I am. It is up to us to do the work. Our connection with our divinity has never been lost. It's just been overshadowed by these false paradigms that permeate this third dimensional reality. And what I was shown about 10 or 15 years ago is that many of us are ready to move on from third dimensional reality. We're ready to rise above. Our service has been done here. We're completing all of this, and we're ready to rise and serve from a higher place of being. Thank God, finally. Our path back to our true reality with God, Goddess, is beginning through meditation, silence, prayer, song. Often songs make the difference. Tuning in every day into the sacred allows us to reconfigure our brain toward the reality that is true. Transcending the matrix that we have been trapped in is really changing from that which is without to that which is within, as we open the heart, as we live authentically on that path to reawakening our essence of true being. And now I'd like you to get out your little bookmark here. This is going to be a call and response. If I can get this drum to respond. I am that I am, I am, I am. And now you. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am one with all of life, I am. And now you. I am one with all of life, I am. I am unified with love, I am. I am unified with love, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am one with God the Father, I am. I am one with God the Father, I am, I am. I am one with God His Mother, I am. I am one with God His Mother, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am one with the divine, I am. I am one with the divine, I am. I am one with Christ your love, I am. I am one with Christ your love, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. Thank you all. I hope you have all been as inspired as I have been in working on this talk. There's so much more. I could have gone on for an hour. And I hope you will go on for an hour regularly with these thoughts. Many blessings. Thank you.